This is Echium Pininana. I grew this from seed the start of this year, and this will grow into at least 2 to 3 meters of a gorgeous flower in spring. But there's a massive problem. This isn't hardy at all. So I live in the East Midlands in the UK, and we do get frosts, and there's always a week, normally about the 3rd week in January, where for a week it doesn't come above 0 degrees. I've seen that for the last 3 years now, and that will kill this plant. So now I'm going to put a framework up ready so that if I see that we're in for a deep hard frost, now we've had 2 frosts this year and already this hasn't been touched. It's holding out really well, but we're into it's start of November, so it's still autumn. But if this crown, if the frost gets to this crown, then potentially I could lose the plant. And if the plant does survive, it will send out smaller spurs of flowers. But I want this magnificent single spur that goes up into the sky. It's called Echium Pininana, and it's called that basically saying that it's a palm. So here we go. So my peonies and anything else that I've got where I've used any kind of framework, I'm going to put that around. And then I've got an old bulk bag which I will use to just throw over the top, and just hopefully it will just help take that bite off. I do have a fleece as well, which I may try, but obviously for a week, if that's getting no sunshine, it's not going to do it any good. But we are trying, and I've seen people get these through the winter. The leaves will go brown and soggy, but as long as that crown there doesn't get the frost to it, or we don't get to the stem, this will come back and we'll be in for a magnificent flower next year. I can't wait. So let's crack on. This plant will actually still continue to grow. So this is quite a wide span already. I bet it's nearly a metre wide. But when I put the bag on, if I'm going to end up leaving it on for a week, I don't want to make a square. I want to have a central highest point, so at least things can fall off. And the last thing I need or would like or want is this touching the edge of the bag. So this is fantastic. That will give us the dome, and then I'll get a couple more bits just to help give us a bit of structure. And you know what, because these are rusty, it doesn't help that it means that it blends into that garden a lot better, which I don't think it looks too ugly right now, but it's worth it for that plant for next year. Now, if you've grown these plants before, I would love to hear your comments. Tell me any tips. It's actually my first time trying to grow these, and it's a very healthy looking plant, that is. And so if you follow anybody and you've seen them overwinter them, I'd love to see their videos as well. But this is how I'm going to do it. I've seen videos of how other people do it. It's very similar ways. This is what I've got to hand, and it should work. So this is a bulk bag. And what we'll do then, I always keep one of these, they're so handy. When the time comes, that fits perfectly. And with a couple of tent pegs, I'll pull these corners down. Doesn't that look nice? So obviously it's beautiful sunny today, but I know now that I've got a 2-minute job to run out, put this bag over when I've got some harsh frost coming. Happy gardening.